Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday to all of you. We're here for the live stream, and I'm going to first take a sip of water because I have to drink a lot of water right now. Anyway, welcome in. Hope you're having a good weekend. So let me say some hellos first to Janet. Janet says it's her birthday. So hopefully, happy birthday. Mara, Lincoln, James, welcome in. James, hope you're doing well. Ruby, Leanne, hi from Germany, and Stella at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. You know, I lived on the road a year in my van. I never went to that, even though I lived in Arizona at the time. I never went to that. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Let's see. I already said hello to Ruby and Leanne. Hi, Enter You. Hi, wonderful moderator is in the house. Thank you for being there. Dennis, I will talk to you in a minute. Thank you for asking about my health, some of you, because I shared in the comment that it's been a week. It's been a week and it's not really over. So it's anyway, thank you for asking. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let's see. Shokri, I recognize your name and because you're from Tunisia. So Tunisia, I think. Anyway, Shokri, welcome in. I think you're the very first viewer I've ever had that said they're from Tunisia. So anyway, Anne Maria, welcome in. Gail, Stuckramento. As somebody who also lives in California, I find that funny. Stuckramento, that's great. I'd never heard that before, Gail. I love it. Bronwyn, welcome in from Australia. I hope things are going well for you there in Queensland. Liddell in Texas, thank you for asking. Let's see. I'll talk about it in a minute, Shokri. So yeah, I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Anyway, Wild Horses, welcome in. Philomena, hi, welcome in. I hope you're having a nice Saturday. It's nice to see so many familiar, names on here. Hi, Donna, welcome in. Hi, Cindy. Soul Poet, you know I love your name on there. Esther, welcome in. Christopher, yes, welcome in. And Susan, also from Victoria, Australia. So I have two Aussies in the house. Yeah, they're already into Sunday MSR while we're still working on Saturday. I know. Marie, welcome in again. And John the Whisk, hello. The live is right now, Lucy. It started like a couple minutes ago. Let's see. Esther and Jean-Marc, welcome in from France. And John, see you too. Welcome in. Yolanda, thank you. And Edie, welcome in. Frankie, La Bricalouse, yes. Bonne année. Noreen, welcome in. And thank you, Lincoln. SJT from Phoenix area. Let's see, I'm trying to catch up here. There's so many people. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome in. Hi, Judy, welcome in from Canada. And Sandy and Lucinda and Gracinda. And let's see, I'm trying to pick up new names here. Brian, Jennifer, and Bear Paws. Elder Kelsey. You mean orange? Because it's an orange? Yeah, okay. Lenny, hello to you. And hello again, Noreen, Gracinda. Carol, welcome in, Carol. Jess from England. Rhonda. Yeah, I'm not super sick. So it's not that hard. But thank you, Rhonda. Hello from Florida, Jesse. Let's see. Okay. Are you having a birthday today, Suzanne? Well, if you are, or it's close proximity, welcome and happy birthday. Hello, Pamela from in Florida, but Boston girl. Okay. MSR. Okay. Stay tuned. Okay. So we got, I said hello to a lot of people. Okay. So, and hello, Barbara from Washington State. So, yeah. So, like, let me tell you about my health thing first. Okay. So, I'm trying to like adjust. I know I hate the lighting for the live stream. I really do, but this is kind of the best I can do. So I don't know if any of you have had this in the winter because apparently it's raging right now, but I got some sort of norovirus on Tuesday and it was brutal for a couple of days. Like I'm not someone who gets sick enough that I have to like not do anything, like but lay in bed for a day kind of thing. And it hit hard. So Tuesday was like, and I know I just had a low grade fever on Tuesday, but I had the well, it wouldn't have protected me from that, Jean-Marc, because it's norovirus. It's a tummy virus. It's not good. And I'm prone to that. My digestive system is my weakest thing in my whole body. So even during the pandemic, when I had the COVID thing, I mostly I had it twice, and it was very mild both times. But the first time it only really hit my digestive tract, and then the second time it hit my digestive tract still a little bit. Never got a cough, never got the congestion, the chest thing, or anything. So, but my digestive system is it's my weakest link. But this, I believe, really was a norovirus that hit me. The problem is it doesn't go away fast. And so while I don't feel that sick right now, this is day 5, and you're supposed to get over it within like 3 days. But I'm 70. If you watch the freaking video this week, you see, this is the problem as we get older. Things kind of hang on. And so I'm still having to deal with some issues. Oh, you got that too, Jean-Marc? Oh, I know. It's like, well, this isn't the regular flu, Dennis. But yeah, I guess I'm glad, grateful, knock on wood, that it's not the normal like flu thing, because I don't want to get that kind of sick. But no, it was bad for a couple of days. Now I still have some of the tummy stuff, but it's mainly just in the morning. And then, but I'm still eating a very bland diet. I'm trying to drink a lot of water, probably not drinking enough because, the older you get, the more easily dehydrated you get. So I still think I'm dealing with some dehydration symptoms and that too. But I had, how you get sick and you get that yucky feeling in your eyes, or like the muscles of your eyes. Do you know what I mean? Anybody have that? I don't know. Not everybody feels that, but I've always had that all my life when I get sick. And I had that for 2 days, and it's like I don't even want to like watch anything, or you can sometimes sit and watch a movie or something. No, I couldn't do anything. No. And Susan, no, it will not help. Here's the good side. I'm always looking for the good side. The good side is I was trying to get off the sugar and it worked because I'm off the sugar. I've already gone through 5 days of being off sugar. And so I've also probably had some sugar withdrawal along the way too. And no, I'm not going back down that road for a while. So yeah, I'm going to stay off that for a while because I needed to. And yeah, so no, not really, Jean-Marc, not laying down or anything. Yeah. The only thing I'm eating is bananas, rice. I am having some egg every day because I need protein. I'm having like 1 or 2 scrambled eggs. And I am taking a probiotic. And let's see. That's it right now. I probably I'm going to the store this afternoon. A friend's taking me over to the store. I might get some things to make like my own soup or something. and have that. So yeah, I'm still really like, I just don't want to, I'm not queasy anymore. I'm not having any of that. It's just the lower tummy is still not happy. Let's just say that. Don't want to get into TMI. So yeah. Rumbles. Is it Rubbles or Rumbles? MSR. I thought it was Rumbles. Maybe it's Rubbles. Yeah, Groovy, I had not been careful. That is the deal. Normally I'm really careful. When I come home, I wash my hands first thing if I've been out. And I've always been good because I had a mother who was a supreme germaphobe. And so I've always been really good about washing my hands the minute I entered the house because she trained me like that as a child. And so anyway, I've been good about that, but I also always have hand sanitizer. And so sometimes when I take the bus or I'm out in public and I'm handling things, I should be using that too, in addition to, and I'm good about not touching my face when I'm out and stuff like that. But, I hadn't been that careful lately, I'll be honest. So anyway. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, well, I don't think I saw my friend the day before. We actually went up and had pizza. And my first thought when I got sick was maybe I had like food poisoning or something. And, but he was fine. And we had the same pizza. So I'm guessing that, and he didn't get sick. He's still not sick. And so he probably should have been sick by now. So I'm glad. I'm grateful he didn't get sick. Yeah, and actually hand sanitizer is pretty effective with flu, like touching stuff with the flu virus, the normal flu virus on it. I don't know how effective it is for norovirus. They use it like, on cruise ships, they get rampant norovirus and they have hand sanitizer stations like everywhere. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure the hand sanitizer takes care of the norovirus. I've heard that it doesn't, but in general, I just try to be like really, cautious. And I was not that cautious. So anyway. Yeah, Lisa, you had recent tummy issues too. I'm sorry. I hope you're better now too. Yeah, I'm just on a brat diet right now, and the toast. I'm actually going to get some gluten-free toast because I just don't want to take the thing of adding gluten to the mix right now and possibly having a problem there. So I'm going to do that so I can also start having some toast and like I said, I'm going to add in like some soup and kind of thing. So it'll be fine. Yeah, I've heard norovirus. I actually researched it, and it's like rampant this winter in the US. I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the US, it is rampant this winter. So, Anne Maria, the brat diet is bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. That's what brat stands for. So when you have tummy issues like from this kind of thing, you should always go to a very simple diet so you don't inflame it. Most people are not allergic to bananas, applesauce, rice, and toast, I guess, unless they have a gluten problem. And so anyway, I don't know. So if any of you, I know a couple of you shared, you also have had tummy issues recently. So, my thoughts go out to you too, because I hate it. I had something like this. I don't think it was this a year ago, but a year ago I had something like it too that hung on. Now I actually am going to the store today because I have to get some other things, and I am getting some Pepto-Bismol because the lasting effect of this is just, it's annoying right now. So it's not happening all the time, but it's just annoying. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, it did make me, I will tell you though, I got to take a sip of water first here. The aftershock of this is, of course, when I get sick with this, we'll come back around to the question of the day I'm going to ask you guys later, but it created a lot of fear about this upcoming trip, extended trip, because I was like, oh no, like, what if this happens? I don't have this all the time, but like, what if this happens and I'm like in transit or something. Like, I know I'm staying in some places that, for long periods of time, and that's fine. If I get sick there, at least I've got a bathroom and whatever, and I can lay low for a few days. But I'm like, what if this happens? That's like one of my biggest fears is like, and you guys, again, without getting too graphic, I'll tell you why. Because I've just had some scary episodes in my life where I had like a tummy. It wasn't like this kind of thing where I actually got sick with something. It was like just a random tummy issue for a couple hours kind of thing. And I had that happen twice at the Walmart here in my town. Like one was a couple of years ago and one was like, I don't know, longer ago than that. But anyway, it was so horrifying to be at the store and you got to run for the bathroom. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, you get the eye thing too, Gail? Yeah. My mother used to say when I was a kid that she could always tell I was sick just by my eyes. Like even if I wasn't real sick yet, she could tell I was coming down with something just looking at my eyes because they just look really sick and tired. And like I said, I only had that feeling of the eyes about the first 2 days. And then since then, I don't have it. But it really, yeah, I can't hide when I'm sick. It just, it's right on my face. Anyway. Oh, no, not going to antibiotics, Ruby. Not doing that. Did somebody say antibiotics? Oh, somebody said to just take them. No, not for a tummy bug. It's a virus. You don't really want to do that because then like Ruby says, you can get other issues from that. So anyway, I'm better. I'll be fine, hopefully. Hopefully by the time I talk to you guys next Saturday, this will be completely corrected. But I get a little gun shy because I've had some problems in the last 6 years. When I get something like this, it just kind of hangs on. But see, I've never taken the Pepto-Bismol before, so I'm hoping that will kind of get rid of this like thing that's hanging on. So we'll see. Anyway, I slept good last night. Got like 8 hours of sleep, which was awesome. And yeah. Yeah, we don't want to, yeah, it's not that, John Mark, but thanks. Well, hopefully, John, I'll be immune for now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Probiotics. Thanks, Jim, for correcting that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Gail. Do you have any lasting effects from that on the stroke, mini stroke you had? Uh, yeah. The thing I'm not scared about, I'm just scared about having something like this while traveling, because obviously, duh. Um, you know, But the thing is that it doesn't scare me about, like, I thought about, okay, what if I got hit with something like this and I'm over in France or England or whatever? Well, okay, but they have doctors and they're cheaper than here, and I can just pay out of pocket to go see somebody or to go to the urgent care that they have, their version of urgent care. It's not, I wasn't really that scared of that because anything like that's relatively minor like this, it's not like I have to go in for surgery or something like that. So, yeah. So I'm not, that part I'm not worried. I'm just worried about the logistics of like when you have, we'll just call it the D, the D. Yeah, because it could be, I've never had a really horrible, embarrassing experience with it, but just worry about that. So, yeah. Thank you, John. That's nice to say. John the West says, you'll be fine. Try not to worry too much. I know. But I really, it's hard not to. It's hard not to. See, some people are saying Imodium or Kaopectate's better than Pepto. Yeah, I'm not overdoing. I'm not going to be guzzling it, people. You guys are so cute. Oh, Pamela, you had that in a store. See, that's what I mean. I bet it was really embarrassing, though, wasn't it? Oh my God. I know. Yeah, exactly, Dennis. Go to a new country, immediately humiliate. Thanks, Anne Maria. Yes, I know. What if it all, no, it's what if it all works out? Yeah, what if it all works out? That's my thing. But yeah. Yeah, Gail, I don't actually eat raw vegetables anymore either because it actually causes too much gas buildup. So I've kind of stayed away from, I mean, at least like the cauliflower, broccoli stuff. I can eat them cooked, but I can't eat them raw. Yeah. And that's a thing as you get older, actually. Most people have a problem with that. Not all, but some people. Um, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you, Edie and John Mark. And yes, Devon. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I know. But it's you get what the issue is. It's like, in transit, I just hope I'm fine. Because see, my worst nightmare, like get hit with something like I did Tuesday morning. And that day I'm getting on a train to go like from Perpignan to Dijon, right? And I got to go take the train and I have to check out of where I'm at and I'm sick. You know, like what do you do? So anyway, we'll see. I know. I know. And you know what? I never used to have stuff like this till about 6 years ago. If this is an aging thing, this is the sign of my aging body. My digestive system's my weakest link. That's where, if I'm going to get sick, that's where I usually get sick. And I do know that. And it's better than having like bad lung problems or something like that in a way. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a reminder after that video that I just put out about this, about, the 70 thing hit me really like in the face. Like, wow, I thought I was going to fine with it because I've never been hung up on age, but boy, it has been a real, like, I'll give you an example too. Yesterday, so I didn't do anything for 2 days. And then on Thursday, I needed to go over. We have a laundry room where we do our laundry, and I needed to do my laundry. So I was like, well, and I felt better, and I felt like I could go over there and do that. And I didn't feel too bad. I felt a little weak, like you get when you haven't, I didn't really eat almost anything for the first 2 days. So I just drank a lot of liquids. And so anyway, I didn't feel that bad on Thursday. And then yesterday I got up and it's not like I felt worse, but for some reason in the afternoon, I decided, well, I'll just go out for a short walk because you guys know I love to walk. And I went out for a short walk and I probably didn't even walk a quarter of a mile. I wasn't out of breath or anything. It wasn't that kind of problem. It was that I started getting kind of weak in the lower legs and they started feeling jelly like, like you get when you've been sick and you're probably need more electrolytes or something. I don't know. But anyway, it just scared me. And before I got back home, I had to go sit on a chair on our patio at our clubhouse before I could come back to my apartment and once I sat down, I was fine. But it was like, yeah, just that exertion, like my body was kind of shaking a little bit. And I thought, wow, it didn't used to have this effect on me when I was younger. So anyway, that's the deal. Anyway. You forgot about the lasagna? Why did somebody say I got sick from the lasagna? No, I didn't. I actually hadn't had lasagna. I did have pizza the day before though, but that was at a place. But yeah, I mean, it's just around MSR. I don't know. I actually did ask the person in the office. I called her and asked her, I said, do you know, if you don't tell me, have to tell me who they are, but do you know if it's going around this complex? And she actually said I was the first person that said that I was sick with this, but then people get sick with it and don't tell anyone. So, that's no saying that it won't, anyway. So anyway, I'm going to be on bananas for a while. The main time I eat bananas is when I'm sick or recovering from being sick with something like this. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'm fine. I'll be fine. And if I'm not, I'll let you know next Saturday. But I'll be still here on the channel. All right, now for second announcement because we spent a lot of time on that. So oh, I actually have my appetite back, John. I am hungry. I mean, I do, I'm fine with the food now, but I just don't want to put anything in there that's going to irritate the lower tummy more. Okay, so second announcement is I put that community tab up about the live streams and about when I go overseas, like changing the date of the live streams. And with today, I just checked it before the live stream. There's only been 186 votes. So if you guys have not voted yet on the date for the new live streams after I leave on February 25th, please, vote. But right now the leader is Thursdays at 46%. So it's, I think Tuesdays had 20 something percent and Wednesdays had 30 something percent. So, or yeah, low 30s. Anyway, the thing is, it's on a community tab for my channel. So if you're subscribed, you should have it on there. But anyway, I might ask again before I go. I might do another one, quick poll, because I just want to make sure Thursdays is fine for me, but I just want to make sure overall that works for everyone. So, and by the way, thanks, interview. Oh no. Oh, you were advised not to use meds at all? Okay. Well, we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, Noreen. So you probably can't join in. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. I just can't. I won't be able to leave it on the weekend. Well, Sunday's not a good day generally for me anyway. That's always a day I just kind of like, uh, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say I would never do it on a Sunday. But I just thought it would be better during the week. Saturdays aren't going to work and Fridays aren't good either because of the travel plans I made. So we'll just see. Oh, thanks, Stella. You voted. Okay, good. Yeah, it should show up. I don't know how it shows up on your but if you go into my channel, like if you click on the thing and go into my channel, you should see it because it's still up. The poll is still up. Well, it won't be quite exactly the same time, John Mark. I'm planning to do it over at 8 p.m. French time. Is France always on the same time? I don't know. You would know that, Jean-Marc. But I'm planning on being 8 p.m. So that'll be about 11 a.m. Pacific time, which will be 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m. Eastern time in the US. That would probably be the new time. But thank you so much, Esther. That's very kind of you. Oh, thanks, Gail. You have no picture of me, Elizabeth? Well, it's on there. Isn't it on there, everyone? Can you see me? Bear paws. Let's see. Oh, so UK is 1 hour behind French time? Okay. Oh, you can't see me. Okay, I don't know why Elizabeth can't see me. Okay, so that's that announcement. So let's get to our comments of the week. There was just a boatload of comments this week from you guys on that video about getting older. Fortunately, the video did pretty well. I am going to have a video out Tuesday. I was going to release one yesterday, but being not well and stuff, I just thought I'm just going to wait and release it Tuesday. So that one is more kind of on like the future of the channel, especially like how it will change or what will be about it when I move and things like that. So please watch the video Tuesday, and then I should have 2 videos a week going up for the rest of January. Yeah, thank you, Esther. Yeah, I want to do actually, I'm really thinking about doing another video related to grief. And I actually have an idea. I'm not going to say it yet, but I am having an idea for a something else related to grief because I know a lot of viewers are grieving various things, not just grief over someone dying, but just different types of grief. So, yeah. So I might, do something along those lines. Anyway, okay, let's look at our comments of the week. I think we have 2 new people for this. Yeah, I really like this. This is from someone named Canopus Star. Canopus Star. I think it's Canopus, maybe. Anyway, they shared when I turned 70, I was in the strangest, most dislocated, and soon to be the most dangerous, ruinous years of my life. Wow. Okay. Okay. So the reality was so fragmented, including the COVID shutdown to come, that by the end, I fought my way out of the nursing home, returned home, partially crippled and impoverished. Luckily, I had my own home, even though it was far away, and I heated with wood and have no services beyond telephone and net. I'm 77 now. I've been home almost 2 years, and the active way of life has improved my walking, my diet, and my housekeeping. I am getting back slowly to my intellectual writing pursuits. All I can say is ignore society if you can. Put yourself first. Be peaceful. Finish things you want to leave behind and be tough. I love that. Canopus Star. I just love that. I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm assuming a she, but it might not be. But fought back from like really bad situation. So that is really great. I love that comment. And then another comment. Again, I don't think I've ever shared one from this person on this. I think this is a woman because her tag is Golden Retriever Mom. So yeah, she talked also about the age thing. She said, I'm 69. I will turn 70 this summer, God willing, and I'm definitely affected by the thought of it. My mind feels and thinks it's 45 to 50, but my body, ugh. I have arthritis and live with pain and limitations because of it. I am definitely affected by society's ageism mentality. I think that affects a lot of older adults. I bought a car a year ago, brand new, 2024. When I was signing all the paperwork and talking about a service contract, one of the men asked me how long I expected to have the car. She says, I was really taken aback. I said, as long as I need it. She goes, geez, I live each day as it comes and try not to worry about tomorrow. That was my mom's motto, my mother's motto. My biggest concern is my dogs. They are my family as I have no family left. I pray every day to outlive them. And so, I mean, that's just, but it shows you that she's really aware of the ageism out there, which is really true. I mean, a lot of people commented on that on their comments, and it's like it's very true. I mean, I actually had somebody that told me that at age 70, they actually got a 30-year mortgage on a house. And then they said something like, I guess I won't have to pay off my house. Of course, joke's on them. They might live long enough to pay off their house. So who knows? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Interview, for reminding people. Yeah, we have 216 people watching and only 89 likes. So thank you, Interview, for saying that. Yeah, Christopher, I've heard 70 is the new 50. I've heard it's the new 40. I've heard all sorts of things. I don't know. I can't get into that kind of thing. In some ways, I think we all feel different ages depending on what we're dealing with, like if you have a lot of health problems, then you probably feel like if you're in your 70s, you probably feel like you're in your 70s, or maybe you even feel older than that some days. And some people feel like they're still 40 because they're really healthy at 70. So I think it really just depends on the person. I've always said, and you guys, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you probably know this, but I've always said that what I think is fascinating is unless you have dementia or something, um, mentally, cognitively, there's a part of us that always feels really young, like we're 18 or 20 years old. So it doesn't matter if you're 40 or 70 or 100. There is always this young part of our consciousness, our personality. I don't know what you want to call it, but there is. I mean, I even like when I'm doing this live stream, I kind of have to look at me. When I do my normal videos, I don't normally look at myself while I'm doing them, but this one is because the way it's set up, I kind of have to look right straight ahead. But anyway, the thing is that I even see that in my face. I don't know about the rest of you, but I notice that sometimes I'm doing this and I can see the young Allison. I can still see me in there. Do you guys have that too? Because a lot of people on the comments on the age video, they said, "Oh, I look in the mirror and I'm horrified because I see like an old woman or something." And I actually see the young me. I mean, I see the other stuff too, like the silver hair and the wrinkles and the sagging jaw, and I see things like that, but I actually see myself like how I used to be. Does anybody else do that? Like, I don't know. Hi, Janice. Welcome in. Hi, Lucy. Yes, some of you say yes, you do. Yeah, good for you, Jan and Jennifer. I do. I know. I see myself younger. I mean, I think it was a process. So I don't know when I first started YouTube and I had to look at myself a lot on camera. Because, by the way, when you see yourself on camera, it's very different than looking in a mirror. Did you guys know that? When you look in a mirror, you're not getting the same thing. But when you actually look at yourself on a camera lens, you actually do see more of how you really look, if that makes sense. And it took me a while to get used to that because in fact, there's this young man that lives in my town. I say young man, he's in his early 40s, but young man to me. But anyway, he was talking about how he wanted to maybe start a YouTube channel and he was wondering if I could give him any advice or something. And I said something like, I said, well, you got to get used to yourself on camera. I can tell you that, because if you don't, if you can't deal with that, you can't really do a YouTube channel. Because after you film a video, you still have to edit it and you still have to look at yourself and listen to yourself. And if you can't do that and not cringe, then you're going to have to work through that because you got to do it. And I don't know, it really has helped me look at myself with not that like judgmental part. It's like I almost can detach in a way from it, but I also am kinder to myself because of it. Like I said, I can look at myself and I look at my eyes, even with the glasses. I look at my eyes and I go, yeah, those are still my eyes from when I was like 18. I mean, not the circles under them. Actually, I've always had circles under my eyes, so that's actually not true. But oh yeah, we're not talking about the body here, really. No, we're not doing that. But I mean, I don't think it would be okay with that. But the face, deal with the face. Yes, Casey, getting older can be freeing. Oh, stay tuned goes great. I look worse on camera than the mirror. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. It is more of a realistic view on the camera, though. It really is. It's like, yeah, especially like in a video situation, not just a camera, a photo someone takes of you, but like if you really look at yourself when you're talking, when you're moving, you really do get an idea of what you really seem like to like other people. So, yeah, I'm with you, day hiker, on that one. I know. I know. Anyway, so let um, what was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna share a little inspiration today because, and this is not very long, but it kind of fit. I mean, I was feeling some fear this week, as I usually do when I get sick. I get fearful. That's just me. Had it all my life. So, and this is wonderful. This is actually from it's in my little black book. Oh, by the way, also, if you didn't see it, I'll be mentioning it in the video coming up Tuesday. But if you noticed on the video that just came out this past Tuesday, I have a list now with Amazon links of my favorite, like, motivational, inspirational books. I'll be adding to that all the time. So always check that out when you watch a video. And if you're interested in one of the books that I, will sometimes use, although when I'm overseas, I don't know if I'm going to be using it. Depends on how many I can download to, like, my Kindle app or whatever. So yeah, anyway, but this one is just from my own readings thing that I just compiled from different people. So Noreen, did somebody make negative comments? Oh, that somebody got it on there. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what they're saying. Okay, so this comes from someone that was called Emmanuel. I don't know if you guys remember. I know a lot of you are older as well. There was a big thing in the 90s, especially with a lot of people that were channeling. You guys remember that thing? I think there were several of them, but one of them, it was this woman who actually channeled this higher being called Emmanuel. I'm not going to weigh in on if I think all of that is real or not real, honestly, because I honestly don't know. I'm a skeptic. If you guys have watched my other channel, you know I'm naturally a skeptic. But anyway, I did go to a seminar one time with this Emmanuel, which it was amazing. And I have a couple of the books. I don't have those listed, but I can probably list them at some other time. But the thing is that really amazing, like, wisdom that I learned at that. Like, it really was helpful. So I don't know if there's actual channeling or not, or somebody's just really wise. But the thing is, um, this quote comes from one of her books, and it says, "It requires an initial leap of faith to see another reality in the experience of pain. Pain and darkness are extremely compelling. You have physical bodies that ache and sometimes scream. You have emotions that seem to tear you apart. I urge you, in those times of such stress, ask yourself, who is it that is experiencing this? And the who that is experiencing it, not lost in it, but just aware of it, will be the bearer of the light." In other words, my takeaway from that, because this is something I do really believe in, is that when we get sick or we're in pain or emotional pain, or we go through heartache or any kind of grief or stress or whatever, the one thing that does help is to pull back inside ourselves. Now, I'm able to do that when I meditate. So I'm really practiced at this, actually. So it still is hard for me when I get sick, though, I have to tell you. But dealing with other things, it's easier. And I kind of pull back from it and just be aware that I'm struggling, or that I'm suffering, or that it hurts, or whatever. But I don't get wrapped up in it. It's like I can just be aware and see myself inside, if that makes sense. And it does work. You get better and better at doing that. And that's what, a lot of you'll see a lot of Buddhist monks that talk about this. It's detachment. It's having mindful, it's part of being mindful. There's a lot of things that relate to that. But I was reminded of it this week, and that's why I wanted to read it today, because it happened when I got sick. For a couple of days I was just miserable, and I couldn't do that because, I'm not perfect to them at this stuff either. But but it really does help. Even when you're like crying and grieving, you kind of detach in your brain for a second and go, yeah, I'm aware that you're suffering. Like you're as in yourself. But there is a part of us that is separate from that. Now, I consider that part of us to be our soul, which I think is different from our brain. So, but that's just my take on it. But anyway, yeah. So if you can practice that at all, like through meditation or through yoga, where you kind of can learn to kind of watch yourself instead of just be wrapped up in all the emotion and the pain of it. So anyway. That's actually how a lot of like yogis and gurus and things like that, that's actually how they're able to deal with incredibly like stressful circumstance or physical pain. I remember there was this guru that talked one time about how he'd had a heart attack and he was recovering from the heart attack and everybody was worried because it was very painful and there was a lot going on. And he said, "No, I'm fine." He said, "Because I'm just watching myself go through it. I'm just watching myself go through it." That's really amazing. I don't know that I could do that, but it's incredible. Anyway. Yes, Jan, Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, I love his books. I have a couple of his books, and he does talk about this. It is the key to not suffering as much in life. It really is. It's the key to not suffering as much. We're always going to suffer because we're in physical bodies and we experience pain and grief and all these things. But the key is to not get submerged in it. And so, yeah. Anyway, hi, Danila. Welcome in, everyone. Danila is one of my oldest subscribers. Just wanted to, not oldest in years, but oldest as far as she was on my channel when I only had like, I think 400 subscribers, maybe. And Danila lives in Texas, I know. So welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, Christopher, thanks for the treasure within, huh? Okay. Yeah, like when we get into music sometimes it's a little bit like meditation. You can get into a meditative state and then, have that kind of, do that. So anyway. You were you're hit on by guys who wanted you. Did they want you to be several years older then? I don't know. I'm trying to catch up with the chat over here. I thank you, Danila. Well, you've just always been so supportive. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I don't get called that either, Casey. I have this kind of I don't know if I come across like that on this channel. Hopefully I don't. Uh I can be very intimidating to people. Like when and not because I'm mean or anything. Like I've just always had that in my life. Like I kind of intimidate people to some degree just by my presence and maybe less so as I get older, I don't know. But and that's fine. It's not like I'm not trying to do that is my point. It's just part of me. So I know. Well, I am friendly. I mean, just I have a friendly part of me, but like when I used to teach class, I had to be a lot more intimidating. So I think I really tapped into that. And like if somebody was doing something in class they weren't supposed to, I could just like turn to them and just give them a look. And then they would be like, "Uh-oh." Just, "Uh-oh." Yeah, and in reality, I'm kind of like I can be hard on the outside sometimes, but I'm always like a like a gooey mellow on the inside. Like I'm just not. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Welcome in to as we have some new people. Sue. Oh, thank you for saying that. That's nice. Well, I there is part of me, like I said, that always feels like I'm 18 or 20 years old. Not physically, but mentally. Oh, Brian, when you have 3 fractured toes at the moment. Yeah, I know. Well, try to detach from your toes. Just I know it must be hard. Do you have to can they do anything for that? They don't put did they put your foot in a cast or no? Bronwyn, let us know if you have a cast on. Hi, Rose. Welcome in. Oh, see, now I'm not that friendly, bear paws. In public, like when I'm doing stuff, I'm always nice. I don't like, I even smile at people sometimes and things like that, but I don't usually get into conversations with people unless it's like a really good friend that I know or something, then I would. But yeah, I'm not. So you must be a lot more social than I am, bear paws. And that's great. That is awesome. Yeah, there's look at various variations from your experience. Yeah, I've never given you guys the look because I wouldn't why am I would I do that on a live stream? But yeah. Yeah, I didn't say detach your toes. I just said try to detach from the feeling in your toes. I guess that's what I meant. Jean-Marc, I am that, yeah, the intimidating thing comes with bossy. It does. I've been, I've had bossiness since I was a kid. I was a bossy 3-year-old. So I try not to be here because frankly, I don't relate. I don't connect. I don't deal with most of the people that live here, honestly. The first year and a half I lived here, I did. But there were different people here then, and it seemed like it was a nicer crowd. Let's put it that way. I just mostly stay away from people I just really don't want to deal with. So, no, I'm not that bossy here, but when called upon in situations, yeah, I tend to be bossy. And I say that, I used to tell my students that too. You're going to think I'm bossy, and that's fine. So, oh, you just taped them up, Bronwyn. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope they heal fast. I'm sorry. No, I'm a November baby, Devon. I am actually on the absolute cusp. I'm in the last like 5 seconds of being a Scorpio. No, it's not 5 seconds. It's probably like 20 minutes. So I am a Scorpio Sagittarius because I am all literally, you couldn't almost be more on the cusp than I am. And so I do have traits of both. And because of that, um, and plus my rising sign, if you guys know anything about astrology, I'm not astrology expert by any means. I have had friends that were, and I've had my chart done and stuff like that. I really do not know that much about astrology, but I do know that it is kind of weird to be both a Scorp Sag, and I'm also for my rising sign, I'm a Sag Cap. I am literally like right on the line of Sagittarius and Capricorn on my rising sign. So I just claim all three signs. I'm all three. I mean, there's parts of me that are more Scorpio. There's parts of me that are more Sagittarius. Probably the travel part is very Sagittarius. And the part of me that's more of a free spirit is very Sagittarius. I've always kind of claimed that side of me strongly. And then the Capricorn part of me is the parts that's tough. Because if we have Capricorns in here, if they're in the live stream still, and Capricorns are tough. They will outlast anybody on anything. And so that's only a little part of me, but it's there. Oh, wait a minute. Janice told me to take Imodium when I travel to Europe. Yeah, I know. Oh, believe me, I'm going to be taking some tablets with me at this point because I'm scared right now. Yeah, thank you, Janice. Uh, yeah, my mom was an Aries, and I totally know that one. I was raised by a very strong-willed Aries, let me tell you. So it was a battle in our household all the time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I believe to point in astrology because you know what? Throughout my life, I have noticed that people of certain sun signs do have certain traits. They do. And I cannot explain that really, except to say there must be something to it. But as far as to get into all the little nitty gritty of it, no, I've never gotten into it that heavily because it's just not that I don't believe it. I don't know. I think there's aspects of it that are probably accurate. And then, I don't know about the rest. That's all I can say. So, oh, okay. Oh, hi from New Zealand, Lynn. I want to come there to see your country someday. Jean-Marc, I would have guessed, see, you were a Leo because you're very active in the chat and you're very social. So I would have guessed that. Danila. Yeah, I know. Water signs indeed. Yeah. Yeah, I think we are impacted in some way. I just don't, really know. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, we have Libras. I have a Libra moon. My moon is in Libra. So I even have a little piece of that. So and we have Taurus, Esther. Yeah, you guys that are earth signs. I'm just going to say this because I'm not discriminating against the other signs, obviously. But my feeling in my life has been that earth signs in particular, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, they have a kind of strength that's different than other signs. And I think it's because they're earth signs are considered to be more grounded. God, this turned into astrology fest. Sorry, guys. Anyway, and there's something I've always admired them because I have a little bit of that, but I would have kind of liked to have had more of that. I'm not super tough. I mean, I am tough, but I'm not like that kind of tough. So anyway, welcome all you sun signs. Jan, Pisces, Jim, the Libra, Aquarius, Patricia, you must have a birthday coming up within the next month, Patricia. Oh, you have a Libra. Oh, you're a double Libra. That's why your thing is NH Libra, probably. Yeah. Okay. Moon seventh house. Your moon's in the seventh house. I know. I remember when that song came out. I didn't know at all what that meant at that time in my life. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, Bronwyn, that's right. Aren't you originally from New Zealand? I think you said. So yeah. James is also a Leo. Okay. Sagittarius Devon. Yay. Go Sag. Both my aunt, my mother's sister was a Sagittarius, and so was my great aunt, great aunt. Yeah, great aunt. My grandmother's sister was a Sagittarius. And you know what? Both of them love to travel. It was really, so like I said, to me, there's something to that. I don't know. Bobby, a Gemini. My grandmother was a Gemini. So she was one of the most brilliant people I've ever known, my grandmother. So got some Capricorns. Wow, you got several Capricorns. You go. No, I really do. I have to say, I've always had a soft spot for Capricorns. Yeah, nowadays you can go online and do like your charts and stuff. I had charts done by other people in the past in my life, and I have a very unbalanced chart. I don't really understand what that means, but it probably explains a lot of my life. So anyway. Okay. Oh, Danila, you're double Pisces are, my best friend when I was in high school and for many, many, many years was a Pisces. Actually, her birthday was the same day as my dad, who was also a Pisces. So I do love the Pisces. I actually like most signs. Honestly, I do. I'm not going to tell you if there's any signs I don't like. No, I like them all. That's it. It's just that I've probably had more friends and things of certain signs though, which is also interesting. I didn't pick them for their signs. I didn't even know their sign when I befriended them. So anyway, okay. Uh-oh. Christopher, you asked your pendulum about my trip. Uh-oh. Well, let me know. I did not even predict we'd get off on this today in this live stream. Honestly, never predicted we'd do this. Okay. So we're off on a whole other thing today. Um, I think you have to have your chart done, A. Ron Hubbard, to get your rising sign. You kind of have to know, I think you have to know the time of your birth for that. Correct. If anybody does astrology, let me know that you know how to do that. Oh, Christopher says yes, you will go to Europe. Yes, like in the movie, you will get a villa in Tuscany. I will be your maid. Wow, that's so specific. I love it. I know it's a stream of consciousness live stream now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an astrology expert. I don't ever pretend to be, guys, not at all. Like, but I do find it. My mother was fascinated by astrology. She was the one that first got me into the whole sun signs thing. Linda Goodman wrote this book called Sun Signs back in the 60s or I think it was in the 70s. And my mom was like fascinated by it. Now, my mom was an Aries, but she had to know everything about sun signs. and, and so she got me into reading it. And then I started noticing that, yeah, it does. There's some accuracy here. It does, tend to, people have certain traits. Yeah, well, Jean-Marc, that only happens if I marry some sort of count with a big house or earl, whatever in England. That only works if that's the case. So, Jim goes, I'll be the driver. Okay, Jim. Oh, you guys are too funny. Anyway, but yeah, but see, a lot of you knew your sun sign, didn't you? So yay, just saying, you know your sign. Uh, yeah, there's no telling what'll happen. Yeah, do watch out. Yes, Anne Maria, I know that. Yeah, driving Miss Allison. Yeah, hopefully without any racism. So anyway. Oh, you guys are too funny. Anyway, so yeah, well, I was gonna close. We'll go about like up to 10 more minutes. I wanted to ask you guys, let's get serious again. Okay. And oh, the ETIAS, I think it's this summer, Brian. You know what? I don't want to get super serious. Let me just take any other questions you guys have because we'll get into something more serious next. We've already got into serious at the beginning of this. We're trying to have fun here. So the ETIAS though will be this summer, but they already implemented it for the UK. They have their version in the UK. So yes. That's right. Okay, so anybody have any other questions for me that I'll address? And yes, MSR, the time of birth should be on most people's birth certificates. Some people don't have it. I've noticed. I have a friend that doesn't have it. They don't know any of the time they were born. So mine is, I was born at 9:01. Could it be more specific? Like 9, not 9, but it was 9:01. So, oh, the wildfires affected me. No, I live in Northern California, but that is pretty tragic and brutal and stuff. I mean, it really is. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just rich people. No, it's not. There's a lot of average people that got affected by that. And the thing is, it doesn't matter how rich you are. It's not a matter of replacing the house. When people if any of you have ever experienced a wildfire, you lose so much personal things that you can never replace. And so no amount of money you have is going to help that. So I do have to think that, I feel sorry for everyone. Now, I know it's easier for the people who are rich in the sense that they have the money to rebuild faster and on a monetary basis, it doesn't affect them as much. But you know what? Everybody's affected. It's traumatic to lose your home. So anyway, I just oh, Libra says you have to ask for the time of birth at the city where you have on file. If you don't ask for that, they don't include it. Interesting, huh? I wonder if that's always been the case. Uh oh, are you asking Jean-Marc, have you done your DNA thing? Okay. No, it does not. And it took out schools, it took out businesses, it took out everything. And I have to say, I have not seen a fire do that much damage. I mean, we've gone through wildfires here in Northern California, but as far as structures being affected, much less than what they had there. So it's pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, there's been firefighters from all over and Canada as well, but all over the US have gone to help. And so yeah, I don't, please don't get political on here about it because you know what? A fire is not political. People are affected, people are suffering. You know, it's tragic. I would I can't even imagine going through something like that. So anyway. No smoke where at Bobby's. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, any other questions you guys have here in the stream for me? Yes, thank you to all the firefighters, the Canadians, the Americans from all over the different states that have gone there. Thank you, because that is a hard job. I've always, all my life, I've really like had such respect for firefighters because to me, that's one of the hardest jobs to do, especially when you're dealing with this kind of fire. But yeah, it is less populated. I don't, we 2 years ago, you guys may not remember this. Those of you in Northern California will remember it, of course. But we lived through the Dixie Fire here, and it didn't burn our town, but it came close. Came real close. And we were all packed for, everybody was packed to evacuate. It's a miracle we didn't have to evacuate. So anyway. Oh, are you a firefighter, Jim M? Or Canadian? Or both? Oh, there's even firefighters from Mexico too? That's wonderful. Huh. Yeah, it's just, yeah, there's a lot of reasons for it. But anyway, the point is, it is sad. I was watching that while I was sick here this week. I was watching the video and I was just amazed at just, I mean, how fast it was, especially that first night. 100-mile-an-hour gusts on the wind, like just unbelievable. So anyway, last call for questions. If anybody has any questions, because otherwise we'll start wrapping it up here in a sec. Huh? Well, no, Kathy, it shouldn't be. It's not political. It's a fire. Winds are not political, and if the Santa Ana winds hadn't been doing that, it wouldn't have created that problem. So that's a lot of it. I know that people want to get down into the, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. The point is, I've always seen natural disasters most of my life, obviously, as you guys have as well. And in the past, things were not politicized. So it'd be nice if they weren't anymore. Um, Jean-Marc's asking if I bought more tickets. I did get, I'll probably do a video on this actually on my channel, so I won't get into it a lot here. But I actually already got my train ticket from Paris to Perpignan. Good thing I did. They were almost sold out. So it is a revelation to me. I did not realize that in Europe, and then I did a lot of research on it and found out this is what's happening, is that I guess there's such demand for trains that they only open up the reservations like 30 days or 60 days in advance for most trains, not like for the Eurostar, but for most trains in Europe. And you can't get your ticket till that opens up. But then the minute it opens up, everybody buys tickets, and then you can hardly get a seat. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to have to be on top of this the whole time. I don't know if it's that way in the UK. I don't know if it's that way in everywhere in Europe. It definitely is in France. So yeah. So Noah says yes. Yeah, it feels fast. I know. And I did not realize that. I had this image of like, I'll get over there. I'll just be able to go to the train station and just get a ticket. No. Now, maybe for a very local train, you can, like for one that you just, you're going an hour away or something, maybe. But I know. And I guess they don't have enough room on the trains, Jim M. It's kind of interesting. So I am going to probably include that in a video. I talk about like my logistics of getting ready for this, because I was really surprised about that. Okay, John Mark says you have to book in advance in the UK to get the best price. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. The closer it gets to the time of the thing, the price just keeps going up. So it's like it's like plane travel. Train travel has become plane travel, basically. And I did not expect that. I just thought, I knew the trains were better in Europe. I knew they were more plentiful. I thought, how can this be a problem? But it is. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm going to be getting my Eurostar ticket for May before I leave, well before I leave, because the prices just keep going up and up. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Yes, hit that like button, please. Thank you, Devon. That's great. And I'm not going to Hungary, but if I ever do, yeah, it's good to know. Enter you retracted your own message? Okay. I am leaving unless I never recover from this horrible thing I have. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay. I'm leaving on February 25th. So that's my date to fly out of the US. Yeah. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I'll be trying to find all the freebies I can. Yeah. I was amazed that when I got my ticket from Paris to Perpignan, and I got it as a senior citizen, that it was not cheaper than it was actually. I don't know what the discount actually was. So, but it did kind of surprise me. Your birthday, Judith. Yes. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. MSR, Jetstream carries smoke far. Yeah, it doesn't come up here though, because the Jetstream generally goes like east from there. And we're quite, I mean, even though I'm in California, California is huge. So it's very, very tall state. So yeah, we're not getting anything from that. But oh, you're watching comments on a different screen, interview. Okay. Thank you so much for helping out today. And thank you for reminding people to hit the like button. Oh, your birthday. Oh, your birthday is February 25th, Judith. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, happy birthday on the day I fly out then. Yeah. Yeah. I'm flying to Paris, staying 3 days in Paris. And then I'm going taking the train down to Perpignan. So I think I'll be in Perpignan the 1st, March 1st. So yeah. but it takes, I don't arrive in Paris till the 26th because it's an overnight thing. Anyway, okay, well, we got through it. We're at 1:14. We've been at this as far as time of the live stream. So yeah, oh yes, John Mark. Well, I don't put anything in my pocket, and I have a zip crossbody bag. So no, I'm very aware of the pickpocket situation. I've always been careful. When I was in Paris the last time, never had any problems, but I'm always like I was raised in big cities. I'm very aware of that anyway. So yeah, people that honestly, you walk around Paris and take the metro, and if you're a guy or a woman that puts stuff in your pocket, you're going to get robbed. Especially if you look like a tourist, you'll definitely be robbed. So I was watching a couple of videos of people who have channels that these are really small channels, but they were showing how they got pickpocketed on the metro or whatever. And it's like, yeah, well, you got something in your pocket. It's pretty easy for somebody to jostle you and take your phone out of your pocket or something. So yeah, you can't ever do that. Yes. So anyway, we'll wrap this up. You guys made me feel so much better today. Well, I don't feel that sick anyway, but I mean, you guys made me feel so much better. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend and the coming week. Remember, I have a video coming out. Actually, I'll have one coming out Tuesday and Friday. So by the time I do my next live stream, there should be 2 videos. So make sure you watch those videos. And yeah, I just thank you guys for being here. Like I said, you made me feel a lot better anyway. And hopefully by next Saturday, I'll be able to say, I'm fine. I can conquer the world. Yeah, you certainly did. You certainly did, MSR. You took my mind off the whole issue. So yeah. Anyway, thank you. James, thanks for the happy faces. That's great. Anyway, we'll see you all next Saturday. Like I said, don't forget to watch the videos this week. And can we get 1 or 2 more likes up there? We're at 178. You get 1 or 2 more likes. Hi, Teffy. Welcome in. Welcome in. And hi, Yulia. If I didn't say hello to you before, hello to you. So yeah, we're 179. Come on, somebody make it 180 on the likes. 184, we jumped. All right. You guys are the best. Thank you. Anyway, have a wonderful week, everyone, and be kind always, and keep moving forward. Take care. Bye.